Coming up this week on the Center of It All, we talk to a local company that is launching a new summer program, and one town has hit a big milestone. We show you how they are celebrating. Mel is grilling a different kind of burger, and one beagle is still looking for her new family. Don't go anywhere, it's all coming up next right here on the Center of It All. Good morning, welcome to the Center of It All. Now we are joined today by Clearwater Conservancy Communications Coordinator Andrea Morrell. So thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you so much for having me on the show today. It's great to be here.
Wonderful. So first, can you just kind of tell us a little bit about Clearwater Conservancy and what it is that you guys do?
Sure. Clearwater Conservancy is a nationally accredited land trust organization. We serve central Pennsylvania, and we work to conserve land, natural resources, including water resources, right here in central PA through water resources stewardship, land conservation efforts, and of course educational outreach.
So you guys just recently launched a summer program that you were telling me a little bit about earlier. You just recently had some activities on Sunday and yesterday at Blackmore Shannon State Park. Tell me a little bit about the program. What is it? What do you guys have going on?
Well, Centered Outdoors is a really exciting program that we are absolutely thrilled to launch with Clearwater Conservancy as well as a lot of partnering organizations around the community. It was made possible through a grant from Center Foundation, which we were awarded in the fall. And the goal of the program is to connect people with the outdoors for multiple reasons. We know that a lot of people around here do enjoy getting outside and recreating in a lot of different ways, but that there's also a large group of people that maybe aren't as familiar with the beautiful natural destinations all around us and all around the county. So our hope with Centered Outdoors is we'd like to call it an invitation to come outside and explore more, stress less, plan less, spend less, and come out for a hike around up to 9 different natural destinations in the county.
Why would you encourage people to kind of come out and get involved and take advantage of this program that you guys have just launched this summer?
Well, one of the things I think is great about Centered Outdoors is you could think of it kind of like a free staycation. You can plan your whole calendar of events. We have, a great little brochure you can pick up around the community that outlines the different programs. It doesn't cost anything. It's kid-friendly. A lot of the trails are pet-friendly. It's, great for seniors and outdoor enthusiasts alike. So I think in Center County, we might think that we have one kind of standard landscape, but really we live in a really unique area, and I encourage everybody to get out and learn more about the wetlands, the mountain ranges, the different parks in the area, the Arboretum, because I think when you do that, you understand and appreciate the natural resources around you a little more, and we hope that that will encourage people to get engaged with the organizations that help keep them healthy and protected for generations.
How do you feel about the turnout and kind of how it's been received already so far, just in these last few weeks?
It's been great. We're really, really thrilled. A lot of people seem so enthusiastic and excited to be coming out. One thing that we have is a really fun and interactive website, centeredoutdoors.org, and on that website you can actually RSVP to the events, and once you attend an event you can check in with a code and get an e-trophy for participating. So that's been great. We're watching the online trophy cases fill up and the leaderboard get bigger and bigger as more people are joining in on Centered Outdoors. So we expect to see those numbers continue to grow throughout the summer, and as people tell their friends and so on and so forth, get a huge turnout, which we have already seen even in the first event. So on centeredoutdoors.org you can go and see the complete list of events as well as the times. On the website you'll also find directions for parking, safety tips, what to bring, what to expect, and then trail difficulty as well, so everything that you would need.
Well, perfect. Thanks so much. I look forward to hopefully being able to get out there and kind of get some footage and be able to show it here on the show for our viewers at home, just kind of get a feel of what it's like.
Thank you so much. We hope to see you out on the trail.
Of course. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Sure. Thank you.
When we come back, we talk a little history with a local town, but first we introduce you to a new member of our WHVL team. This is Alison Lucemon. Alison, thank you so much for being a part of us right now.
Yeah, thanks Alicia, and hey everyone. I'm so excited to get started just in the first week, and I'm really excited to see what we can do.
So can you tell us a little bit, just first, where you went to school, where you grew up, about your family, just so that the viewers can get to know you a little bit better?
Yeah. So I was born and raised in Coldwater, Ohio. It's right on the Indiana border. My family is amazing. We're so close. I'm the oldest of 4 children. We're all within 5 years, so we're very close in age, which sounds a little hectic and crazy, but it all worked out, and we're such good friends now. And then I went to school at Ball State University, which is in Indiana, but it's, again, because I'm so close to the border, it's only like an hour from my house, so it's that perfect little balance between enough to kind of go to school, you know, but I'm still close to my family, which was awesome. And there I studied telecommunications and journalism, and I was also lucky enough to be in Ball State Sports Link, which is the nation's only digital sports production program. So that's really kind of where I got started in sports, and I just kind of started looking, you know, on ways to kind of broaden myself in that, and then that took me here, which I'm really excited to take everything that I learned there and just implement that and see what we can do in this area.
So as Alison said, she's going to be our sports reporter here at WHVL. So Alison, can you tell me a little bit, just what are you looking forward to most about working in this position with us?
Well, when I was in school, I was lucky enough that I did sideline reporting, mostly for women's volleyball and basketball and for ESPN3, and that just gave me such a love to be on the sidelines and get to know the teams and players. And I'm lucky enough that I'll be doing that with high school football here. And so I'm so excited to kind of get to know their stories and understand their backgrounds, watch them play, and then be able to report to you guys what I'm seeing from the sideline.
Well, Alison, we're so excited for you to get started here with us this fall. Be sure to catch Alison. She's going to be on the Blue-White Tailgate. The new season starts this August. And then in the fall, she's going to be doing sideline reporting for high school football. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to get to work with you and spend so much more time with you.
I am also. We're going to have so much fun this year.
Welcome back. Summer is a time for celebration, and one town recently hit a pretty impressive milestone. We went to take a look at some of their celebration festivities. 250 years of history all in one showcase. Huntington is celebrating the founding of their town with a 9-month-long exhibit.
Actually rather rare that we put together an exhibit of this magnitude with so many primary documents, and we're leaving it up for as long as we are.
Because 250 years is worth celebrating. So what can you expect to see in the showcase of history? Just about everything. From uniforms to photos, the goal is to put as many historical artifacts as possible out on display for the public. And they've got plenty to share.
Our facility next door is literally packed. We are so packed we're running out of storage area for our items. All of these little pieces of history tell a story. So every little story that's in here all coincides to, again, how Huntington has been able to expand and grow.
Items for the exhibit came from the archives and are on loan from community members. They started collecting and planning for this celebration over 1 year ago. It took months of planning and preparation to get everything moved into the building and set up. And none of it could have been done without the volunteer work and the help from community members who love their town.
Oh my gosh, this has been such a wonderful event to be part of. It's very important to know your local history so that you can then teach younger generations.
One way you can learn about your history is to visit the Historical Society in your town. And that's one thing that Croker really wanted people to get out of seeing this exhibit and all the history in that one room, is to get involved and see what is available to you in your own community.
That there's so much more than just what is in here. It's not just about the people, it's about the place, it's about the things that they use. There's a lot of history, and if you don't know where to look for it, then how are you ever going to find it?
And she says you should find it for the children, because they're the ones who need to know where they came from to understand where they're going.
You have to show them where we came from and show them where we are today as far as a community, as a people, where our history has come from and where we're at now. It's really, really important to know that and to teach the kids, especially if they plan on staying in this community. The people that are here, they built the foundations of our community, and there's descendants still here today That's what makes Huntington really cool.
So this exhibit filled with so much history is available and open to the Huntington community for the next several months so that they can learn more about the people who founded this wonderful town.
That kind of craftsmanship, that's just amazing, that as a community and as these people literally like wagoned and carried and pulled, you know, they would have used horses to bring all of these materials in. A sense of community and a sense that we do have a lot of history here. Keep it going.
The exhibit will be available every Thursday from 4 to 8 p.m. When we come back, we really welcome summer with a taste of Mel's delicious cooking. Welcome back to the center of it all. Now, my favorite Mel burger is definitely the Ragin' Cajun pork burger, but after this one, I have to say it's a close second. Let's take a look at what Mel is grilling up for us this week.
According to my playbook, it's the height of the grilling season, and in Happy Valley, that's simultaneous for tailgate season too. Over the years, I've shared quite a few recipes for hot dogs and hamburgers with you. Today's no exception. Just trying to keep the tradition alive. Join me right here at the counter today while I show you how to make the Verr Monster, an all-beef burger topped with bacon and cheddar, sautéed apples and onions, and slathered with maple mayonnaise. We're going to start with the maple mayonnaise, and it's exactly what the name implies. 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise, 1/4 cup pure Vermont maple syrup, and for some heat, a teaspoon of cracked black pepper. I'm going to stir this all together, give it a really good stir. Put a lid on it, pop it in the refrigerator, and it's time to make our toppings. I've fried 8 slices of apple wood smoked bacon this morning, and they're draining on a plate. I left 2 tablespoons of bacon drippings in the bottom of my pan, and I'm going to melt a half a stick, 4 tablespoons of salted butter, my little portable gas burner here. I'm going to add 3 to 3.5 cups, maybe 4 if I like it, of sliced half moon shaped onions. They're about 1/4 inch thick sliced. And that's about 2 medium large onions. And I'm going to saute these in the butter for about 5 minutes. I'm not looking for any browning. I'm just going to let them saute till they've lost most of their moisture and are kind of limp. It's been about 4 minutes. My onions have lost half their moisture. They're really limp, seeing very little browning on them. Now I'm going to add my apples. And I'm using 3 thinly sliced Granny Smiths today. Feel free to use your favorite. Don't worry that they turn a little brown waiting for the onions to cook, because they're going to brown in this skillet anyway, which is really fun because you get to slice your apples ahead of time. And be sure to slice your apples the same thickness as your onions, about 1/4 inch thick. If you want everything thicker, that's fine, but if you want them to cook at the same rate of speed, you're going to want them sliced the same thickness. Now we've got our apples in here, and we're going to have to season this. And the seasoning is a teaspoon of sugar, no salt, a teaspoon of cracked black pepper, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of pure Vermont maple syrup. And now we're going to continue to saute this for 5 minutes until the apples have lost a lot of their moisture and half of their volume. And then by controlling the heat, we're going to let them caramelize till we decide they're done. It's been about 4 more minutes, and now I'm starting to see some really nice browning. but because there's sugar and maple syrup in here, the sugar can go from brown to burned really fast, and we don't want that to happen. So I'm going to turn my burner off. I'm going to remove this from the heat, and I'm going to set these aside while we prepare our burgers. What? No grill? That's correct. I love pan-seared burgers. They're always moist, juicy, and perfectly cooked. Call me crazy, but do not criticize until you've tried burgers cooked my way. I'm putting 4 6-ounce all beef 90-10 burgers in the bottom of a cold pan. I haven't preheated my skillet. I'm going to season them generously with salt and pepper. I never season my burgers first because salt dries them out. I'm going to put this on medium-high heat on any stovetop, gas, electric, medium-high, for exactly 6 minutes. It's easy to remember. 6-ounce burgers, 6 minutes. 8-ounce burgers, 8 minutes. 4-ounce burgers, 4 minutes per side. That's my formula for the perfectly cooked hamburger. It's been exactly 6 minutes, no more, no less. I'm going to flip my burgers over. Beautiful sear on the outside. I'm going to season them again. And let them cook for exactly 6 more minutes. It's been exactly 12 minutes, 6 minutes per side. Now I'm going to add my cheese, and I'm putting my Vermont cheddar slices, 2 on the top of each burger. I'm going to put a lid on it and wait for the cheese to melt. Perfectly cooked, juicy, melted cheese. I'm going to turn the heat off, plate these up, and it's time to eat. The Verr Monster, or the Vermont cheeseburger, is a specialty item on the 99 Grill Pub menu. The 99 has over 100 locations throughout the Northeast and specializes in New England-style food and hospitality. When I saw the Vermont cheeseburger on their menu, I stopped reading the menu. When I tasted the Vermont cheeseburger, I never looked for anything else. For these and all of my recipes, just go to my website.
Now, I was a little skeptical about adding the maple syrup into everything, but it actually added amazing flavor. When we come back, we check out an app that could have you cooking like Mel and introduce you to a familiar face. Welcome back. Now, there are tons of healthy recipe apps out there, but what about ones where the recipes are actually approved? We take a look at one app that has both. It's called Run Tasty, and it's a way to eat some of your favorite meals with healthy ingredients. One thing that makes this app stand out is that all the recipes are approved by dietitians, so you know what you're eating is actually good for you. And there's plenty to choose from. The recipes are broken down by category. At the top, you can choose from things like dairy-free, vegetarian, vegan, and you can mix categories so you could get recipes like high protein, low carb. You can narrow your search more by telling the app whether you're looking for food for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or even a snack. When you open a recipe, it comes with a video of instructions and tells you the nutrition content at the top and the nutrition facts per serving at the bottom. It even tells you how long it'll take to cook everything. The app is geared towards not only healthy recipes, but quick and easy ones too. You can favorite recipes you love, and they're all grouped together in one place. And this app goes one step further. If you see something in the directions you don't know how to do, there's a how-to section included. You can see how to do things like cut onions, avocados, mangoes, anything to help make your cooking experience easier and healthy. The recipes may seem a little sparse right now, but this app is new, so be on the lookout for more to be added. Our pet this week is probably one of the sweetest beagles that I've had a chance to work with on our show. Her name is Bo, and she needs your help.
Thanks, Alicia. I'm here with Bo from Nittany Beagle Rescue. She's a very sweet little pup. We think she's like 4 years old. She was living in a pen for most of her life, so we don't have exact details on her, but she's very sweet. We've had her at a few Petco shows now, and she's done great with the other dogs and with kids and with people. She's good on a leash. She's a good walker. She's okay in the car, a little bit restless at first, but then she calms down. And she's pretty light, so you can hold her pretty easily, and she seems to be okay with it. Although she'd probably prefer that I be petting her. If you could foster or adopt her, she would greatly appreciate a home. She's at a kennel now, so she's not the same color as your typical beagle. She's got sort of white peppered in throughout her, and normally beagles are more of a solid color, but that just makes her more unique and more lovable, huh? She responds to treats and affection, so she shouldn't be too hard to train, and she's still pretty young. She's very calm. Normally most beagles would be struggling to get out of my arm right now, and she also doesn't pull too bad on a leash. She's pretty calm. If she gets a scent real strong, she might pull a little bit, but she's also very light, so she's not going to drag you away anywhere. She's a snuggle bug here.
Remember, even if you can't adopt, you can always foster an animal and help out that way as well. That wraps up this week's Center of It All. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great week, and I'll see you next time.